Hello, my name is Rainey, and I have been a member at this church for 10 years. I don't know if anyone except the Vances and my Sunday school teachers from elementary school remember this, but I used to be really quiet and shy. I didn't talk much, but I always loved to sing. Singing is where I took risk. I remember the first time I got a solo. I was so nervous when I auditioned for a solo in the youth choir because I was the youngest to audition. I probably would not have auditioned, but my parents encouraged me to step outside of my comfort zone. I didn't really think I was going to get it, so I was not surprised when the next week someone other than me was singing it, but I was still a little disappointed. Until I came home after practice and my parents told me I would be doing a song all on my own. The song was Simple Gifts, and I had heard it before. I was excited about the solo and apprehensive because I knew that the audience would be large. I would walk around the house singing it. I would practice it constantly because I was so worried that I would mess up the words or breathe at the wrong time in front of the entire congregation. My mom coached me through that solo, as well as almost every solo after that first one. And when Sunday came around, I felt ready. I really didn't begin to feel nerves until I was the next person on the program. I went up to the pulpit in my heeled boots without tripping, and I thought to myself, so far so good. And then I turned around and saw the whole congregation, and I finally understood the whole shaking in my boots phrase. I was living it. My heart was racing, and all I could think was, there are seconds before I have to open my mouth and sing a cappella into a microphone, and I am shaking. Despite the nerves, I began singing. My voice was a child's voice then. I had originally planned to work on not sounding breathy, but I decided that was just not happening, what with the shaking and all that pulpit in front of this large congregation, it seemed to be such a struggle to take anything more than shallow breaths. So I lost all strategy, and I just sang in tune, which was fine, except I kept having this urge to gulp in the middle of really important notes. I was really fighting it, but finally I just had to give in. I swallowed. But because of the nerves, it was really more like a gulp or desperate gasp for air into a very clear microphone. I finished the song, but all I could think about was gulping into a microphone and shaking so obviously on stage. I was sure everyone had seen me shaking and heard my mistake. I won't say I felt like I bombed it, but I really didn't think I had done well. After the service, however, all I heard was, "You did such a wonderful job. You sounded so clear. You looked so poised. Were you even nervous?" My mother told me I sounded beautiful, and my dad pretended he had missed it, even though I'd seen them both watching attentively from the middle of the congregation, which was a good sign. No one had even been focused on either of the things I was worried about. I had been worrying for no reason. All of that positive feedback definitely contributed to my growing confidence and level of comfort in singing. And I was more willing to try other solos and take other risks to step outside of my comfort zone. I want to thank my parents for pushing me to challenge myself, my grandparents, cousins, and other family members for contributing to my overall support and interest in my growth. And I would like to thank the congregation for all of the thank you letters and encouragement during my 4 years in youth choir. A verse that sticks with me right now as I venture out to my next chapter in life is 1 Peter 4:10. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. Because God has blessed me with this nurturing environment, I am ready to use my gifts to the best of my ability to serve and bless others. Thank you.